Hello guys, so in this video I'm going to run through the logic for this strategy, and first of all let me show you the concept. And the concept is basically we're going to set some time period, and this can be the usual trading hours or the overnight session or whatever you like, or the opening, and that will create some sort of range for us. Okay, so after the range is created, we are going to try and enter if certain conditions are true. Okay, and what I'm going to be looking at is an indicator called Super Smoother by John Ehlers. And basically, if the smoother is facing up and if we are above the smoother, okay, and there's also the massive stochastic, it also has to be facing up and within a certain range. Potentially, I'll show you that this can be you can play around with this on and off. And basically, when this kind of aligns, I want to enter either by market order or by placing a limit order right here on the super smoother. And also another option is basically I have to be like at least a set number of percentage of this range, right, away from the target, which I'm going to be setting right here. My stop is going to be on the other side. Okay, and that's the concept. Let's have a look at it. So the default settings, as you can see, I like to set the range overnight, and that's why my checkbox is clicked right here. So let's have a look at the chart. So for instance, here the range has formed. Okay, and well, the blue is where the range has been formed. Okay, now you can see right here that the conditions have aligned. So rule number one, we are inside the range. Rule number two, we have closed below the super smoother. Rule number three, the super smoother at this point and this point, so the smoother is going down. Then the stochastic, the massive stochastic, is also going down. Okay, so, and you can see the entry occurs and pretty far away from the target. Now it's set to 20%, so this has to be at least 20% away from the potential entry. Okay, so now the period controls the period for the super smoother and the stochastic together. Now these are the time, this is the time for the range set. Also, I do not want any orders to be placed after this hour. Okay, now if I switch to limit order entries, let's see, I'm actually going to get some different, I don't want to talk about a losing trade, so let's have a look at this. So same conditions apply. However, so the conditions actually were met right here, and we can see the limit order entry was placed right here at the super smoother. Okay, and slightly lower because there was a rounding to tick size. Okay, same here. You can see, well, obviously it was placed at this level, okay, of the super smoother that we had when the bar closed. So now, as you can see, we can also play around for the limit entry. It's quite interesting. Okay, basically this bar here is green for the long and red for the short, and that's because candle direction is set to trend, but I can set it to counter trend, which I thought might be a cool idea. I don't know, it's like you have to explore. So you can see that for the long it's now looking for a red candle on the setup, okay, or you could just go for any, okay. You can also see some settings here, like the Mesa threshold filter. Now it's off, but if I set it to 20, okay, it will not enter unless the Mesa is within the range of 20. So when I say 20, that means 0 plus 20 and 100 minus 20. So it has to be within this range. Okay. Now, there's also an exit time, okay, which can be turned on and off, because sometimes it kind of takes it overnight to the next session, etc. Now, there's a maximum stop. So if for some reason this range is too far away, then this value will be used for the stop loss. Okay, so I want to control my maximum loss in one trade. All right. Now, finally, there's also a Mesa exit. So it's just an option which allows you to exit positions when the direction of the Mesa changes. Okay. Now, this is probably all about the functionality, and I have another video on optimizing this strategy and finding best results. Okay, so I suggest you watch that, and you can see that the strategy can produce some interesting. So if I go for optimization, I think I have a template here. Oops. I think this template is gone. Yeah, because I renamed the strategy. Nevertheless, okay, it's quite easily optimized, and I would say the best way to optimize it would be to, well, definitely work on the period. So from 10 to around 40. The minimum target, I would go from 10 to 30. And the entry market type, we can optimize that. We can also work with the trend direction, the Mesa threshold. I'd say from 0 to 20 is fine. The Mesa exit, optimize time exit, I would set to true. And if I go ahead, and I mean, this is going to have tons of variations, so the best would be to go for a genetic way. I'm just going to save this as a template and click run. Okay, so I mean, this is a very, very fast optimization, and we can see that it does find some interesting results quite fast. Let's have another look. I would say this was a bit too fast, so maybe increase the generation size to about 50 and this to about 15. Let's see, so that's about 750 runs, which should produce a bit more interesting results. Okay. Now, obviously, do not forget to test this out of sample. So you take this period, put it to the next period where you potentially trade, and see how the equity extends into the future, into the period where you did not optimize. Okay, but I have to say, in sample, quite a lot of good results, and I've also found some good results for out of sample, especially in RTY. I have a pic of that on the product page. Okay, take care.